Hello, you guys. It is December 15th, Monday. And full transparency, I did film a little bit Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it was pretty much all just advent calendar, and nothing exciting really happened on the advent calendar. So I'm just going to show you what I built over the weekend, and today's Vlogmas is going to be me talking through my upcoming Walt Disney World trip. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. It's really cold here. It's literally, when I woke up this morning, it was 10 degrees, and it's currently 22. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but it's cold. Let's see, what days did we miss? Today's the 15th, so 13, 14, 15. I made this little candle, cute. I made this little windmill, cute. And then I made yesterday this little bell, and the bell came with this little envelope here of mail. So, whoops. Okay, without further ado, let's do day 15. Where are you? Here it is. I keep waiting for the day I unbox Kristoff, because he's the last character we have left to find. Today's that day. Here's little Kristoff. He has a carrot. It looks like maybe some yarn? I can't tell. And a pot. Let's see. Yarn or little ice, little pieces of ice, but they're really dark to be ice, so I don't know what it is. Anyways, let's put them together and I'll show you the outcome. Okay, so here we have Kristoff. Hi, Kristoff. Then a little carrot. And then the other two things we didn't really have to put together. I guess it can go in there. I don't really know what this is. So if you know what it is, there's a little pot and then this guy. It doesn't stay. It fits, but it doesn't like, whoops, I dropped it. I'm not sure what it is. So that concludes day 15. We only have, let's see, 9 days left of these to do, and we've already gone through all the characters, so I'm not sure what else we're gonna get out of this, but I'm excited to see what it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get ready, and then I'm gonna talk you through my next Walt Disney World vacation, and I'm super excited to share what we have planned. All right, you guys, let's sit down and have a little chat. I've never done one of these like full-on chatty videos where I just sit here and talk and talk and talk. Don't get me wrong, I'm a yapper, so I talk a lot in other videos, but this one is going to be pretty much all yapping through my upcoming Walt Disney World vacation. So I'm super excited to talk through that and then to do a whole vlog series about my trip. I'm so excited. I'm literally like geeking out thinking about it. First of all, I am probably not going to reveal what hotel we're staying at until after the fact, but it's nothing special. Like, it's not anything crazy. But yeah, so we are doing 4 park days. My mom and I are doing 4 park days at Walt Disney World coming up so soon. I'm so excited. It's going to be holidays and then bam, straight into Disney. So let's talk through it. If you guys don't know, I am a Disney travel agent, so I help other families plan Disney trips. So if you're looking for somebody to help with your own trip, hit a girl up. But obviously the most fun I have is planning my own trips, but I do go a lot. And something I always tell my clients is you're never going to run out of things to do. I've gone many times and I still feel like there's so many new things to do. So something I wanted to challenge myself with for this trip was trying pretty much all new dining locations, like things that I have heard from other people that are really good, or, you know, just something different and out of the box, because I am someone who tends to go to the same places every visit just because I feel like, you know, I only get it when I'm in Orlando, and there are things that I just love and cherish that it's hard to give them up. But as someone who helps people plan vacations, I want to have more knowledge in some of these other places that are popular, that I get people saying, hey, like, you know, where should I try a nice dinner at a resort? I've never tried Topolino's Terrace for dinner. I've never tried Flying Fish for dinner, you know, some of those places. So, one of my goals this time was to try all new dining locations. I do also want to say that some of these options are places that are not finalized. Like, I have a couple of meals that I have 2 reservations for at different times just to kind of figure out what I want to do, because I also don't want to break the bank. Like, I'm not going to dine at Signature Dining every single dining, okay? So I have a few selections for different things. Starting off strong, our very first reservation, this is actually one that I've done. Me and my mom have both done. But I just love and cherish it so much that I don't know if I'm going to be able to give it up. And I'm kind of going back and forth between which one I want to do. Right now, we're going to arrive. We're going to check into our resort, and then we're heading over to Topolino's Terrace for breakfast. It's really going to be lunchtime, but it's breakfast. And this breakfast is a character breakfast with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy. And it is like unbeatable in my opinion, because you get the characters and the food is fantastic. So this one I was kind of like, I don't know if I can skip out on this one because I love it so much. The other reservation I have is Summer House on the Lake over at Disney Springs, which is another one of my personal favorites. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I'm at Disney yet if I don't start off going to Disney Springs. So we'll see which one we end up going with. It's going to be easier to get to Topolino's Terrace probably. So I think it's just going to depend on when we get in, how long it takes for us to check in, get settled, all of that. But for lunch, those are our 2 options that I have right now. And honestly, we may just kind of go with the flow. We'll see. Those are what we have. And on our arrival day, we're going to kind of take it slow. We're not going into a park. We're going to do dinner or do lunch, and then depending on where we do lunch will depend on how we do kind of the rest of the evening, because if we start off on the Skyliner Resorts line, then we may just stick with it and not end up going anywhere else. But if we start off at Disney Springs, then maybe we'll do Skyliner Resorts after lunch. I don't know. I just think it's just so fun to start your trip with Disney Springs, you know, and get into World of Disney, see things to shop for, and not have to think about souvenirs the rest of your trip. Like, we'll see what happens. But anyways, so those are our lunch options. Then for dinner, we have reservations. These are both new places to me. My mom has been to one because she and my dad did a couples trip last spring break, and they stayed at Caribbean Beach and ate at Sebastian's Bistro. I have heard so many good things about this place that I really want to try it. So I may pick this. It's really going to probably depend on what we end up doing for lunch, what time we do dinner, because this one's a fairly early dinner and then the other one's a little bit later. So it'll depend on where we end up going for lunch. But we have a reservation for Sebastian's Bistro over at Caribbean Beach, and then a reservation at Flying Fish over at Disney's Boardwalk Inn. So I really do think we'll end our night just kind of going along the Skyliner Resorts. I love walking around the boardwalk. I love walking around Beach Club. I love taking the boat just for fun. Like, I love doing all of those things. So regardless of where we end up for dinner, we'll probably end up at the boardwalk at some point that night. So that's day 1. And then day 2 is when we get into the parks. As someone who goes to Disney a lot, it is not as crucial to me to rope drop anymore. And also my mom can't ride as many rides as I would if I was going with some of my other friends. And therefore, like, some of the rides are just it's not as crucial for me to rope drop and get in some of these rides anymore as it used to be. So day 1, we are starting out strong with Magic Kingdom at my mom's request. So that morning we'll head into Magic Kingdom. We do have a reservation for Beacon Barrel, but we have a couple of reservations for Beacon Barrel. I'm trying to solidify when I want to go, because we have one of my friends coming in on some of the other days, and I kind of want to save it for when he is there, but we'll see. So we have a Beacon Barrel lunch reservation. It's a little bit earlier. We probably won't eat there. We'll probably just get some drinks there. But we're spending the morning at Magic Kingdom and afternoon at Epcot. So I'm kind of leaning towards canceling this reservation because we're going to be drinking at Epcot later. And I'm not a huge drinker, so I don't want to overdo it. or anything like that. I want to be able to enjoy it. So I feel like we may or may not stick with that one, but we're starting out strong in Magic Kingdom. First park morning, going to see the castle, just feeling the vibes. And then we'll make our way to Epcot in the afternoon and try out someplace that's new to me. Here's the thing with me and Epcot, okay? I've only eaten at one table service restaurant at Epcot because I am a festival girly. I love going during a festival. I love eating at all the festival booths. I love exploring all the foods at the booths. We are going at a time where there's no festival. So I'm taking advantage of that and trying a table service restaurant this trip. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've heard it on podcasts said different ways, videos said different ways. I am calling it Tepanito, which is the hibachi restaurant inside of Epcot. My favorite YouTuber, Brianna Woodbine, her and her husband rave about this place, so I was like, let's try it. Another like fan favorite that I hear about a lot is Via Napoli, but I'm not a huge pizza person. I know I'm weird. So that doesn't excite me as much as something like this would, so we're going to do Tepanito for dinner that night. And then we'll probably call it an early night. I don't know if we'll stay and watch the fireworks or not. We just have so much going on. My mom and I, we like to have days where we do a whole lot, but then we also like days where we chill, and this feels like it's going to be one of the more chill days of our trip because Magic Kingdom and Epcot are two of our favorite parks, and we just can kind of relax and chill. So yeah, there's that. I also have a late night reservation at Beacon Barrel for that night, but I don't imagine us going Magic Kingdom, Epcot, then back to Magic Kingdom, unless we just want to see the fireworks again because we both love Happily Ever After, but we'll finalize this here in the next few days, but that's what our full first day is looking like. And then the next day, my good friend Edgar is going to be joining us, and we are starting off the morning at Epcot. So my idea of this was kind of, we're going to be doing lightning lanes in the mornings, so prioritizing rides in the mornings. So therefore, we're doing evening at Epcot where we're going to focus on, you know, getting some of our staple snacks that are always there, some of our staple drinks that are always there, and just relaxing and spending the evening just walking around and hanging out. And then kind of designating these morning times as our like park ride mornings. So I'm going to be doing lightning lanes in Epcot that morning. We'll definitely be doing Frozen Ever After, and then probably like Spaceship Earth and Living with the Land, something like that. But we want to take advantage of those lightning lanes earlier in the morning, and then maybe we'll be able to use them later on for Hollywood Studios. So we're going to start out in Epcot, do rides, do kind of some of the things maybe we didn't get to do the night before. We'll see. And then head over to Hollywood Studios in the afternoon and through the evening. We have a reservation at 50's Primetime Cafe. Now, I have been here before, but it has been a long time. And so I saw a TikTok of one of the cast members in there, and it was just like, I want to take my mom here. So me, my mom, and my friend Edgar had dinner. Kylo's food just went off at 50's Primetime Cafe that night, and I'm excited to try it again. I was going back and forth with going here or Hollywood Brown Derby, but if I'm so honest with you guys, the menu at 50's Primetime was more my speed than over at Primetime. Or at Brown Derby. So I chose 50's Primetime. And that is that day. The next day, if you're gonna be sensing a theme here, the next morning we are starting in Hollywood Studios. And then we'll be making our way back to Magic Kingdom for the fireworks. We're prioritizing fireworks that night because Happily Ever After is me and my mom's favorite. So we are starting over at Hollywood Studios. This is where we'll get those good heavy hitter lightning lanes. Again, my mom can't really ride some of the big heavy hitter rides, so we'll see what we decide to do. Tower of Terror is an absolute must for me. This trip, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be a priority for me because this will be my last time getting to ride it. I have some mixed feelings about Rock and Roller Coaster. Here's the thing. As an almost 30-year-old woman, it rattles my brain. And I can only do it once per trip, really, because it rattles my brain. It's a lot. However, my first trip to Walt Disney World, I have a very special memory with my dad riding Rock and Roller Coaster. He took me to Hollywood Studios late at night while my mom and my little brother were back at the hotel, and we got to experience those like after-hour nights where you were a resort guest, you got to stay later and all of that. And my dad and I rode it like 2 or 3 times in a row, and I just remember it being like, oh my God, why am I tearing up? Like a core Disney memory for me. And so, why am I crying? Keep it together. Anyways, so it like being refurbished, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. Is it a ride that I prioritize on every trip? No. However, it holds such a special memory for me that I'm having a hard time with it. So there's that. We'll definitely be prioritizing riding Rock and Roller Coaster that morning. And then ending the night at Magic Kingdom, this is when I have another Beacon Barrel reservation. This is probably the reservation we're going to stick with. The only thing is I didn't know that my friend Edgar was going to be joining us on this day when I made the reservation. So I'm kind of like trying to decide whether or not to keep it or not, because I can walk up and say, hey, we have another guest here, but there's no guarantee that he's going to be able to come with us. So we'll see. And then the next day is when we go home. But before we go home, my mom and I, we have late flights. So we're heading to Animal Kingdom in the morning and just staying at Animal Kingdom. So we're going to go to Animal Kingdom. I really would like to go explore Animal Kingdom Lodge. I've never been. This is the only deluxe resort that I've never visited. And so I would really like to go and check this out. So we'll see. I think we may add it. It's going to either be on this day or it's going to be on our arrival day when I just kind of go over there and just check it out. But we're doing Animal Kingdom, and then we have a reservation at Yak and Yeti, which is another like heavy hitter fan favorite that I hear all the time about. So, and I've never tried it. So I'm excited to try it. And then we go home that night. So yeah, that's kind of what we have planned. Our lightning lanes will open up here in the next few days, and I'm really excited about that. I am one of those people who, yes, like, sorry, Kim Possible here. Text message coming through. I am one of those people who, yes, I know that some of the rides my mom can't ride, but most of the rides, honestly, she can ride. And so I always will get lightning lanes regardless of whether or not I'm like, I have to ride this, 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 and this. I just like the flexibility of being able to go into the lightning lane line because I am impatient and I don't like waiting in lines. So yeah. That is that. And that is what we're looking forward to for our Walt Disney World vacation. And I can't wait to share even more with you guys. I plan on doing a packing video. I plan on showing you some of my outfits. And then, of course, doing kind of a day-by-day vlogging series for you guys. I'm so excited to do this for you. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, comment down below your favorite Walt Disney World theme park. And make sure you like and subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you don't miss a video. And we will see you in the next one. Toodles!